My name is Cam Campbell. I'm a public avalanche forecaster for the Canadian Avalanche Centre and a part-time researcher for the University of Calgary. Today we're going to be showing you some quick and easy snowpack tests, stability tests that you can use to get an idea of slope stability. With site selection, we first need to think about safety. It needs to be a small slope, something that won't have too many consequences if an avalanche were to occur. We also need to think about a slope that's representative of somewhere where we want to go, perhaps a slope that we want to ski. And representative slope would be same aspect, same slope angle, same elevation, and similar snowpack characteristics. On any given slope, we're going to have areas that have higher stability and lower stability. And we want to target the areas with the lower stability, perhaps an area where the slab is a little thinner, or the slope is a little steeper, or the weak layer is perhaps a little more developed. So now I'm going to start digging. So right now we'll be demonstrating a compression test. For a compression test, we isolate a column of snow on all four sides that's 30 centimeters wide and 30 centimeters upslope. It can go as deep as about 1.20 meters, but once you go in deeper than that, you start introducing bending forces on the column and get inaccurate results. So once we've isolated the column, we place our shovel on top and we're into the light taps, the easy taps, starting just from the wrist. And we do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're already seeing fractures start in the upper snowpack here. 5, 6, 7. There's another one there. That's more of a planar fracture. 8, 9, 10. And observing the character of the fracture is just as important as observing how hard you're tapping. If the fracture pops or if it drops suddenly, then that's a type of fracture that are often associated with avalanches. Next, we're into the moderate stage, and what we do first is we level off the block, the column, place our shovel on it, and now we're hinging from our elbow, and these are moderate taps. And we do 10 of these. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's another fracture just started there. This one's more of a sudden fracture. 18. Now the whole column just dropped. We have another fracture there. And that's about it. 19, 20. Now we hinge our arm from the shoulder. This is in the hard stage now. 21. Now the whole column just dropped and it broke off top of this crust here. And it's those dropping fractures, the sudden drops, the sudden collapse, or the pops that are often associated with avalanches. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Well, we got quite a few different fractures with the compression tests in the upper snowpack and the storm snow. Some of those fractures were planar and some of them were pretty sudden. So I think that gives us an idea that there's unstable snow out there and that skier trigger is possible. We also had a sudden drop on this crust layer lower down in the snowpack. That's quite deep. That's almost too deep for skiers to trigger, but perhaps it could be thinner in some other areas where it's more wind affected, and if it was triggered, then it could propagate into quite a significantly large avalanche. And with compression tests, you always want to do at least 2 until you get repeatable results. If you only get result in one column but not in the next, then it's not as certain as if you get repeatable results in both of the columns. So what we just showed you here are 2 simple stability tests that you can use to get an idea of your local area conditions. They don't replace the avalanche bulletin, however. It is important that you check the regional bulletin for your conditions before you go out. Then you can use these stability tests to either verify the bulletin or perhaps give you some information that isn't mentioned in the bulletin, some information that pertains to your local area. There are many other observations that you need to make as you're skiing. Things like recent avalanches or whooping or loading from snow, wind or rain are obvious clues that give an indication of poor stability. And of course, always refresh your skills every year. If you haven't done so already, take an avalanche course from the Canadian Avalanche Centre. And safe skiing!